Hi, I'm Brian Cano, and thank you for visiting FitnessAtlantic.com. Talking today about bodybuilding and health clubs, even competitive fitness, bikini, fitness model competitions, and dealing with general fitness and health clubs. And the reason why health clubs frown upon this type of community, the bodybuilding community, and how many hardcore gyms are really in your state. There's probably not that many. There's reasons why these clubs aren't catering to this market of people, and it's because it's a small market. And when I was first really starting to get into bodybuilding, I had my community that was in the gym. So 7 o'clock in the morning, you go into the gym, we'd basically sit down in a little cafe area, open up the fitness magazines, drink a pot of coffee, sit there, take our pre-workout stuff, and get ready to go work out. And there was a group of about 10 of us that were always there every morning. It was the regulars, and it was our fun community. I think nowadays a lot of that is online. You're gonna see a lot more people with the Facebook all talking to each other. But when you really go into your gym, how many people are there that are really serious about working out each day like a community and like a group? It's not that many. It's hard. They're few and far between that are in these health clubs that are working out. And sometimes it's very intimidating because you have mass market people that are working out in the health clubs, and regardless of the bodybuilder, a natural bodybuilder guy that's 300 pounds, it's intimidating. And when somebody drops the weights, they grunt and they do all these things. This is why these clubs are blowing up and doing so well when they don't allow these people in. And it is very true why these things don't work. And you're going to find that sometimes there's comments online about certain franchises that don't promote that, and they get, you get a few people, it's bad, but there's thousands upon thousands of people joining these clubs, and they are mass market, and they definitely have a lot of people coming through. Ways to think about it is, I have a story that someone told me. It's a little disturbing story, but it's this one guy said, he tried to put it in a way to get people to understand, and he goes, if you're in the military and you go off to war. So you have an 18-year-old kid, you take him and you put him on a plane and you put him over in the military. Now he's over at war. So he's walking along with his group of guys, and he has his gun with him, and they walk along and they start to see bodies. They go into this place, they see a lot of these people that have been killed, and he's walking along, and all of a sudden they see a baby. He sees a dead baby, and it's, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm so disturbed by what I saw. I don't know how I'm going to go on with my life. I mean, it's so sad, and it just bothers him so much. And you walk along a little bit more, and he sees another one. Oh my God, this is horrible. It's just a terrible tragedy. It's disturbing. And he goes along, and there's another one. And it's just really bothering him. He goes along, he sees another one. So after a while, though, you start to keep walking by. It's become something that's a thing that you're used to seeing. And it's pretty much how some of the competitors get. When you go to these bodybuilding shows and you're so into it so much that you go and it's like you got a guy putting on Protan all over his body, he's spraying hot stuff, and he got Pam spraying on himself, and he's in this little posing trunk, and to him that's just the way it is. That's what happens. And there's some people that get so caught up in it that their people that they know are all taking steroids that they just think, well, everybody's taking steroids, and then they talk themselves into saying, well, I'm going to take steroids too. So now they just think, well, everybody's doing it, and it's like, no, they're not. But you get so caught up in what you're used to seeing, and when your life is so much about that you think it's just the norm, and it's not. And it's not for the general public. The general mass market of people don't understand it. And it's even when you go and you try to get somebody involved in bodybuilding, there's a lot of things that they think about. I know from working in the health club industry, when I try to sign people up, and the first thing they say, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. And you're like, yeah. You think to yourself, good luck, buddy. It's not that easy. It takes a lot of time to get like that. And But the mass market thinks that that's what happens. You take certain supplements, you get big. You start working out and you go heavy, you're going to get huge. So it's getting the people to understand, and the trouble is promoting these type of events when you're going against the perception that's out there. So we're trying to open it up a little bit more to the mass market, try to grow our sport instead of just staying, because the top tier that we're in is so small, and all these different organizations, federations, and they don't really work against each other. There's a lot of competition within that. And how do you open it up to mass market and allow people? And I've had someone ask me one time, wrote me on email and said, well, gee, Bri, I see that you cater everything to a lot of people getting into it. What do you do for the pros? And it's like, well, at that point, there's a lot of other things you could do for the pros, but you need to grow it. And I do focus on the first-time people. And I really got to tell you, I enjoy the first-time people too, because they come in and it's about changing their physiques, changing their bodies, getting into shape to get on stage. No matter if you're first place or dead last, you have a lot of results that you've achieved by doing so. So to me, it's a lot more rewarding to help a first-time person. Not to say that I'm not trying to help the person who is advanced at that level, wants to be in magazines and wants to really push themselves out there and make a career. But the first-time person is the one that's intimidating to get into it, doesn't know what to do, needs a little bit more help. And I wish that these people at the pro level would realize that the market for you is to help the people get involved. And that's what's going to be your fans and your customer base, and the people are going to really be into it, is once you start to just talk to these people and get more people involved. So that's my little thing about the gyms and how hard it is to actually promote this sport, because we don't have that support system. We don't have a community base to work off of. I mean, we're in the gyms all the time working out, but you're actually the person that's disliked, and why that is and why that needs to change. Okay, so thank you.